Okay, this is an example of a 30-meter free immersion dive, so that's when you pull down the rope with your arms instead of kicking down. This is off of Seacrest Cove in Seattle in February, where air temperature was 45 degrees and the water was a little bit warmer at 47. I'm always experimenting with different breathe-ups. For this dive, I started out with some deep, long breaths, so 5 seconds in, 10 seconds out. And while I did a few of these, I was doing a body scan, just focusing on different tense areas of my body. I like to imagine a heavy, warm heat filling my muscles as I inhale, and then all the tension leaving as I exhale. Started with my shoulders, then went on to my diaphragm, my chest, and my neck, and my face and eyebrows. Then after about a minute of that, I started feeling relaxed, and I switched to a tidal breath, which is like the type of breathing you do when you're about to fall asleep. Not too deep and not too shallow. During this phase, I wasn't focused on my breathing pattern at all, but instead focused on visualizing my dive. I don't want to add tension by focusing too intently on the details, so during this part, I'm keeping my visualization deconcentrated and mostly just on the feel of the water, how the equalization will change as I descend. That feeling of weightlessness when you hit free fall. And then as it goes from almost pitch black to light as you pull your way back up to the surface. My plan was to dive right after that, but then some water splashed down my throat. So I spent about another minute just tidal breathing and feeling the motion of the water before diving. Then I start my final breath off my last exhale, inhaling into my diaphragm, curling my back so it feels like my kidneys are being filled with air, and then continue inhaling into my chest and all the way up until it reaches my throat before stopping. Then I turn and pre-equalize as I do my first pull down. During this time, I'm counting the pulls down because I know around 6 or 7 pulls I hit 10 meters, and then I can start transitioning into the free fall stage. I took a mouthfeel at the 6th pull, which is when you pull air from your lungs into your mouth and then use cheek pressure to equalize. Then I do a few more pulls down to 20 meters to get to a comfortable free fall speed. Then I let my offhand trail behind me, looping my fingers around the line but not touching and just waiting for the stopper to hit my hand, which with my momentum is enough to swing me around and begin my ascent. The air in your mask and sinuses expands as you ascend, so I sip on this before it can escape as useless bubbles. It kind of tricks my mind into think I'm actually breathing underwater and helps me stay relaxed and gives me a little boost of oxygen on the way back up. Alright, here I'm getting near my positive buoyancy. I'm slowing my pulls down. And I've met up with my safety diver and just casually floating up to the surface. Hang on to the buoy, start my recovery breathing, and we'll get my safety diver. Complete 3 of those, give the OK, and successful dive. Thanks for watching, and remember, any day in the water is a good day.